Hello my friends, in today's episode on Grainificent, I will be talking about how to load and unload film from the Canon EOS 5 film camera. Also in this episode I will be showing you how to set the custom setting so when the film rewinds it leaves the film leader out so you can replace your films mid-roll, or if you self-develop, you won't have to worry about how to take the film leader out. The camera will rewind the film, leaving the film leader out. First, let's start with setting the custom function to allow the camera to leave the film leader out. In order to do that, on your wheel here, you go into CF mode for the custom function mode, just like this. And when you are in CF mode, you see a screen like this. And in order to set the option for the film leader to stay out, we use the top wheel to go to custom function 2, and it needs to be set to 1. If it's not, to toggle the choices, we use this left button up top here. When we click it, it changes the settings. So we have 0 and 1 to choose. 0 is rewinding the film all the way into the cartridge. 1 is leaving the film leader out. So that's what we set here. Custom function 2, setting to 1. And to get out, we just choose any other option over here. And of course, to open the door, and the door pops open, just like that. And inside the camera here, we put in the film here, and the leader we pull up to this mark. We don't hook it anywhere, we just pull it up to this mark. So you insert the cartridge, upside down of course, just like that, with the tip sticking down. Just like this. And we take the film leader and we pull it up to this mark and just let it fall in there. And when we close the camera, it will automatically load to the first frame. Now, if we didn't completely advance the film to the mark, or we did something wrong that it didn't load properly, we will have a blinking film roll. That means something didn't load properly and the film is not loaded on correctly. At this point, we should be easily able to open up the rear, check what was wrong. Oh, okay, we didn't have, in this case, the film reaching the mark. So we correct that, pulling up the film so it reaches the mark. Also, don't leave too much of film sticking in there. Make sure that the sensors over here that detect the frames, the film does not pass them. If you got a pre-cut film, you might have sometimes some problems. If you do, cutting yourself manually a little longer leader could help, but that shouldn't be much of a problem. Just make sure the film does reach this, and at that point when you close it, it advances to frame number 1 automatically. As you see, we have frame number 1 on the counter. Now we could take photos. Each photo we take, the camera will automatically wind to the next frame. Let's set this to high-speed shooting burst mode. Let's see how fast this could go. Just like that. And when you're done shooting, the camera will automatically rewind the film with leaving the film leader out, as you will see in this example. Just like that. It reached the end, so it rewinds the film back into the cartridge. Of course, leaving the film leader sticking out. So that's how we unload the camera. If at any time you would like to rewind the camera manually sooner, there's a manual rewind button over here. But changing the film mid-roll will be in the in-depth review of this camera. The film camera does read the DX code off of your cartridges, just like from this one. But if you have a cartridge with a specific ISO, but you loaded film into it with a different ISO, or at any time you would like to override the setting of the camera, we click this button over here that has one of the options ISO marked. It has multiple options, so we click it. The ISO function should pop up first, just like this. As you see, it detected ISO 400 right away, but we can override that option to any ISO we want, all the way up to 6400 ISO, and all the way down to 6 ISO. So that, my friends, was how to load and unload film from the Canon EOS 5 film camera. If you like this type of content, please remember to subscribe down below. And also, I will have a more in-depth review of this camera coming up, explaining the functions, how to use the digital back, how to set other custom functions, how to use the eye focus system, and everything all about this camera. So if you're interested in that, also remember to subscribe and hit the bell button so you're notified whenever a new video does come out. So thank you for watching, my friends. Take care. And if you made it this far into the video, then of course it's a little advertisement for my own channel. I do have available subscriptions for my channel that for a small monthly donation, you can have all different types of perks, from having access to all of the videos I make much earlier, because sometimes I can make videos for a month ahead. So a membership would allow you to have access to all the videos I make at least a week ahead of time, and also other special bonuses. So look into that on my page. Thank you for watching.